yeah, let me break down how I knew Sparks and how me and him came to be cool. Being from Lewisham, you're gonna know the Ghetto Boys was always around anyway, and they was doing their thing. If anything, when you was a youth man, you was trying to avoid them, man. You weren't even trying to back up on them. They'd roll in their batch, and you knew who was who, or you'd hear the names calling. You'd hear the names calling, or hear the stories. You'd come school on a Monday, hear Sparks beat up this one. Sparks beat up this one's uncle when the uncle came to back it. Sparks, Sparks, Sparks. The name was ringing off. Like, that would be the main name you'd hear, but all of them man's names, you'd hear bits and pieces. And I know majority of them, I was cool with enough of them, and still am. Sometimes there'd be little whatevers, but nothing major. But anyway, how me and Sparks came to be cool. I'd have been around 24, yeah, say around 24, 25 at the time. We've gone out, me, my brethren Bones, heard me mention him a couple of times, and the next don from Catford that I knew and that I grew up with. But he weren't with us, like, on what we were on at that time. He'd come to link the man them. I can't remember how he ended up coming out with us that night, but we was all out together. We've gone one bar and whatever. Me and Bones are in there. I set the picture for man. Like, we're in there. You know, young boy thing, hype thing, busting up bare champagne. Got our big chains, and at the time I've got this big chain. It's a 10-ounce chain, not the one I spoke about in the other story. Like, this is a 10-ounce chain, tick chain. It's hallmarked on every link, and we're in there doing our thing when Sparks comes in with another don. I won't say who this is, another Ghetto Boy, but I won't say who it is because me and him ended up catching up in the end, and we had an incident, which I ain't gonna say. Like I said, I ain't gonna say nothing to embarrass nobody or nothing like. But me and him ended up having an incident a little later. I'm in Lewisham again, right outside the fucking clock tower. But anyway, so he's coming with Sparks. I don't know Sparks these times, but I know him. He went to my school, but he's a few years older than me. So he's come in, they've come in, and he's come over with Sparks. Now, I know my man, he's kind of a snaky dude these times. So he's come over, and I know, like, he's watching, man, and you know, you think you're older than man, he's watching, man, he sees man shining, and like, he's come over and like, you know them sly ones where it's like, you're chatting to man, but it's like, you're trying to lie, man, or check man's temperature and stuff. You understand? So he's coming, he's brought Sparks over, the two of them to come over. But I'm straight in there, like, me and Bones are in there on the thing of like, we've been doing it in it for a little while. We've been doing what we're doing, you know, man, they must have made some money on some, like, you know, like whatever, crypto or whatever we was doing. Man was on the crypto thing before crypto, whatever it was. So we're in there doing our thing. These men have come over. We don't need to talk to each other. We understand each other. Me and Bones understand how each other thinks. So nothing, how each other thinks. So there's nothing really to be said. Like, we're both on the same kind of wavelength. Like, we're outside in it. We wish a nigga would. That's the attitude at the time, I'll be honest. So them two's come over. As soon as them two's come over, yeah, the other brother that's with us, straight in my ear, hey, you man, that's Sparks. Man, them need to allow it. Man, them need to leave. I'm like, shush, kick back, man, kick back. I'm chatting to my guy that went to my school. If you want to drink, come, showing love. Have some champagne with, man. Pour some champagne for Sparks. Everyone's chatting, whatever. So it continues. You know, man, them are talking, whatever. Another 5 minutes passes, the brother comes back again, the one that's with us. Whispers it like, hey, man, allow it. It's Sparks. Man, need to get out of it. Man, kind of, I think I saw Bones like kind of elbow him, like, shut up, man. We're good, you understand? So, man, them are drinking together, whatever. Then Sparks goes to me, like, yeah, like, looking at me, like, yeah, man, you look like, something along the lines of like, yeah, man, you look like you're making good money or you're eating good, whatever. He's like, that man's moving. How's man moving? Something along those lines. It was like, how's man's moving or something like that. And that's when I was like, yeah, like, I just itched my top and just showed him my ID. I used to carry my ID with me everywhere. Them times there, I'd carry my ID everywhere. Like, I just itched my top and just showed him my ID. I used to carry my ID with me everywhere. Them times there, I'd carry my ID everywhere. Because sometimes, man might not know who you are. You might have to show them or something. So, you know, I kept my ID with me, clipped to my, you know, I just kept it with me. So when he saw my ID, he looked at me and smiled, innit? And I looked at him and smiled. And it was like a mutual understanding between the two of us. Nothing more needed to be said. It weren't because no line had technically got crossed. He hadn't actually tried to say that to me, or nor did the guy he was with I didn't violate him in any way. It was just it was an unsaid thing of like, okay, this is what you're on, cool. This is what I'm on, cool. See, from that day, love.
Well, go on, people. Yeah, about 8-9 different people have jumped into my DMs today regarding pound sterling and a post he put up yesterday. Apparently, according to pound sterling, Richard Blackwood advised him that he should start telling stories like me now. So he decided to tell a story. I don't know pound sterling personally. From what I see of him on the net, he seems like a cool guy, well balanced, respectful, intelligent, all of that stuff. Gets dick a little too much, but that aside, he seems cool. Listen, everybody can say what they want, and it's freedom of speech. I watched the video. The only thing I would say to pound sterling is like, if you're gonna talk about GB man and ghetto man, and this ghetto man was there and that ghetto man was there, and you gotta name names, bro. You can't come with these like respectfully like these stories and you're calling your characters, or you're referring to GB man and some of your characters. And he was there and he was. It could be anybody. Do you get it? You're leaving it too wide open for people to assume it could be someone else. I understand that you're taking the view, you don't want to call the real names. Yeah, cool. I just feel like we're gonna talk about GB and refer to man and big yourself up in the process, because remember in that your story, yeah, you're knocking people out and stuff. Do you get it? You need to name who these victims were of yours, which man from GB was there. Do you get it? So man can verify, or the public can verify. Do you get what I mean? I think that's only fair, because a lot of people are putting out loads of different stories about GB for some reason. For example, I'm speaking to Trevor. Big up Trevor, Showerman founder, GB.